Damian Bunce, Chief Customer Officer at Exness. Thank you for joining us here at Economy Middle East. Now, the CFD industry has evolved rapidly over the last couple of years. What are some of the threats as well as the opportunities for the trader?
Hi, Al. First of all, thank you for inviting me. Well, CFDs are an interesting product, contract for difference, and it enables retail to act like the hedge fund managers have done in years gone by. So with a CFD product, clients can go long, they can go short, which means they can make money when the markets go up as well as when the markets go down. And also with CFDs, you can get access to leverage, which is the ability to borrow money from your broker in order to trade, bigger, more expensive contracts like gold and oil, and other products like that. So CFDs as a product itself have become popular because of the functionality they offer. The industry is pretty big today, roughly 1 trillion trades per day for retail alone. So you can imagine there's a lot of people that are interested in getting involved in capital markets. I think when we think about sort of threats of the CFD, it's really crucial that retail are educated around leverage, because leverage has the benefit of providing upside opportunity. So for less money, you can buy something that's more expensive. But the downside, of course, is that you can lose your money quickly and in some cases very quickly, all of your deposits. So it's important to be measured and thoughtful about not over leveraging.
Well, since last year, Exness has recorded some record levels, trading volume levels. What's the underlying reason for the success?
Well, I wouldn't say there's a silver bullet. It's a combination of factors. So we have a good distribution model. When we go into a market, we know how to approach the market properly. We know how to find the right partners, and we know how to sell our product properly. So that's one side, the distribution side. We're an engineering company. We're a company of 2,000 people, and 800 of those are working in technology and data science. So we're a heavy engineering company, and we build excellent products. And our products are highly competitive. Our pricing is good. We offer very big volumes. We offer exceptional products that we'll talk about that are better than market trading conditions. And so our product is sticky. And then once you've been acquired and you're trading with our product, and we service you well. We make sure that all of our clients feel trust that if we have incidents, and all companies have incidents at some point, that we make sure that we compensate our clients if necessary immediately, and we resolve all of our issues. So when you combine sort of distribution, product and service, you have a compelling proposition, and Exness has done that.
Wonderful. And could you tell me a little bit more about the better than market trading conditions?
Without overcomplicating it, slippage, which is a term, a pain point in the industry, is when a client trades, they state a particular price, and that price they stated is not fulfilled. And the reason for that is not the broker, it's the industry, the market itself has moved, has gapped. So we offer a function called gap level protection, which is very appealing for customers. In volatile markets, sometimes the spreads can widen, and with brokers in the past, when spreads widen, clients can get liquidated. That never happens with Exness. We have a product that guarantees that we don't, at any point, market volatility is not going to lead to liquidation. And as I mentioned earlier, with clients that trade with leverage, they can get upside. They can never lose more than their initial deposit. That's a requirement on brokers so there's never a situation where a customer is going to owe the broker money. But there are situations where customers actually, their orders remain open and live, even though they go below zero. So at Exness, we provide that added buffer, that added layer that keeps our clients alive for longer. And of course, it's an amazing functionality. It's extremely expensive for the broker, but it's the kind of functionality that people remember. They thought that they may get liquidated. They went below zero, but then the market came back in their favor and they've made money. They tell their friends about that because it's extraordinary functionality. So there's some examples.
Wonderful. And any potential plans for the MENA region?
We were here this week. We invest a lot in the conferences here. We usually have the largest stand. We do that because we know in this region people want to see their counterparts. They want to know that we're real and that we're big and that we're well capitalized. So we've made investments and we'll continue to make investments to be here in presence. As far as the regulatory regime, we've purchased a license. We've purchased a brokerage company in Jordan, so it's our first license there. We have ongoing discussions with regulators here to figure out what structure is appropriate for us to operate in the region. But suffice to say, this is a region where we want to be here. We understand that there's great opportunity here, and we're continuing to evolve our brand, talking to guys like you in order to become relevant and trusted.
Very interesting. And what are some major market themes in the next year, and how will that affect the trader?
Well, now is arguably a fantastic time to trade. Risky as well, but there's also a lot of opportunity because so much is taking place. As you know, a lot in this world is pegged to the dollar, and we have this big issue of the US debt ceiling underway today. It's being debated now in Congress. If that doesn't get resolved and the US defaults on its debt, it will be cataclysmic for the market. Any instrument linked to dollar, will be, all over the place. So an example with which we saw last 6 to 12 months was the Japanese yen. As the Fed has been raising interest rates to combat, inflation, the Bank of Japan has, remained stable. And of course, the yen has therefore weakened against the dollar, which has created, a huge amount of trading opportunity. So, the story around the dollar strengthening is going to continue as a big theme. Now we hear about de-dollarization. Whether or not this is going to play out over the next 12 months is highly unlikely, but suffice to say, when the Saudis say that potentially we're going to take our oil now in yuan as opposed to dollar, or in addition to dollar, I mean, that's another major potential market-making move. And then there's themes obviously around cryptocurrencies. We've seen the Bitcoin summer, the winter, and now maybe we're in a spring. And Bitcoin's providing a relatively interesting alternative to traditional assets for many traders. And Bitcoin's trading roughly 68 billion per day, so it's a pretty relevant asset now. And of course, gold. The gold trading community is very large. Exness is a very big gold trader, and it's an interesting asset. It has a lot of intraday volatility. In some ways, relates to all the major assets. So when equities are booming, there's an impact on gold. Similarly, of course, in inflation and interest rate moves.
I see. And by now, I think the viewers are wondering, how does one get involved with Exness?
Well, it's fairly standard in that sense. Exness.com is our corporate website. Clients can go there, they can sign up, put in your credentials, and then download our own platform or third-party platforms and start trading. Of course, we're not operating in all jurisdictions of the world. We have some restrictions, so maybe some of your viewers will be in one of those jurisdictions. That's the way to access Exness.
Well, Damian, Bunce, thank you very much indeed for joining us here at Economy Middle East.